The local and regional impact of Europe's digital agenda strategy was the focus of a conference organised by the Committee of the Regions held in Brussels on the 2nd of July. The digital agenda was adopted in 2010 as one of the 7 flagship initiatives of the Europe 2020 strategy. It aims at accelerating the rollout of fast internet access and a single digital market.
Digital service infrastructures within countries and regions and between them can help to drive more rapid uptake for public procurement, for e-identity, for public health data to be available for citizens wherever they are.
The ICT sector accounts for 6% of the European Union's GDP and is responsible for 1/5 of business spending on research and development. Recent evidence shows it has a major leverage effect for economic recovery and growth. The number of ICT practitioners has been growing at a rate of around 3% per year, and if this trend continues, there will be up to 900,000 unfilled ICT practitioner vacancies in the EU by the year 2015.
We go as a government from administration increasingly to communication, as the latest stage, of course, is the emphasis on social media, for instance. This is an important shift that is no longer far away for citizens and companies, the government, but they are able to communicate with them using the digital media.
Local and regional authorities are the front office for EU citizens. They play an important role in the innovation of public services and the implementation of the digital agenda. They can uniquely combine investments in infrastructure with initiatives in the field of entrepreneurship, training and social services. Over the past 2 years, the Committee of the Regions has adopted a number of opinions on the flagship initiative itself and on related aspects, regularly highlighting the important role of regions and cities with regard to the digital agenda and the need for a multi-level approach.
There was this old saying that you need to think global but act local, but I think that it's not really enough. You need to think both global and local. And then you need to act, to some extent, pan-European, but much more on the local dimension.
Around 250 participants, including policymakers from all levels of government, discussed local policy approaches and best practices in getting the most out of digital technologies. There was also an exhibition and 3 workshops. Discussions here were centred around 3 main themes: digital strategies at regional and interregional level, digital entrepreneurship, and e-government and e-participation.
An important part of the digital agenda is linked, for sure, to public services, like, for instance, healthcare. Progress in the digital field offers unique opportunities for job creation, and therefore, the implementation of the digital agenda is one of the best ways to foster employment among the young people.
The conference was held the day before the Committee of the Regions' 102nd plenary session, where its position and recommendations regarding the EU cybersecurity strategy and plans to reduce the cost of deploying broadband will be adopted. The Committee of the Regions will use conclusions made during the conference as input to the mid-term evaluation of the Europe 2020 strategy, which will be made public during the 6th European Summit of Regions and Cities in Athens in 2014.